So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I certainly appreciate the support from everybody in the neighborhood, and it's certainly a big day for all of us, and I appreciate you taking your time to join us. I grew up just a few blocks from here. I spent my whole life in Bethlehem. I walked every school I ever went to, from my first day at Thomas Jefferson to the day I graduated from Moravian College. And growing up in these streets with my friends, we rode our bikes, we went to play baseball in our parks, and we walked just about everywhere we needed to go. And it was growing up in these neighborhoods in which I realized Bethlehem was always going to be my home. When I stood before many of you 6 years ago, and I announced I was taking on a slate full of incumbents in an effort to win a seat on Bethlehem City Council, I did it because I believed in the idea of Bethlehem. The idea that we can have neighborhoods in a city that people want to live in, not that they're forced to. That we don't just have to put up with diversity, but we can encourage it. And above all else, we can live in a city that has a high quality of life, thriving downtowns, and schools that we want to send our kids to. And it was during that campaign that I realized that idea is not mine. That's an idea that belongs to everybody in Bethlehem, and that's what makes our city unique. Bethlehem is a wonderful city, but make no mistake, there are challenges upon us. Just like cities across this state and across this great country, we're facing very pressing challenges. Rising pension and health care costs, a still recovering economy, and year after year being forced to do more with less. And yet none of those are the biggest challenge that our city faces. That challenge is continuing to find ways to attract and retain middle-class families in these very neighborhoods. Over the past 15 years, we've been very fortunate to have leaders who led from the front, who weren't afraid to take chances, and above all else, do what's best for tomorrow, not today. And so it is for this neighborhood and neighborhoods throughout the city that I'm proud to announce today I'm running to be the next mayor of Bethlehem. This is not a decision that I've come to lightly. Over the past year, I've been approached by citizens, business owners, community leaders, and they've all encouraged me to run. And it was during walks down 4th Street and Jennings Street and 10th Avenue and Lorraine Avenue across the street in which the same themes would arise. We've made a lot of progress in the last 15 years, but we can't afford to take a step backwards. If we want to live in a progressive city, we need progressive leadership. And above all else, we need leaders who aren't afraid to stand up, not sit on the fence, and make the decisions that many have been afraid to make in this city for years. When I stood before you 6 years ago, I made many promises. I promised we'd work for stronger neighborhoods, more economic development, and a city that we all could be proud of. We've done that. I also promised I'd take that message to every corner of the city, and we've done that as well. Well, I'm here today to make another promise. We're going to win this election the only way we know how. We're going neighborhood to neighborhood, street to street, block to block, and door to door. You might have noticed this isn't your typical campaign kickoff. There'll be time for other events with other elected officials and citizens from around the city to come out and show their support. But today, it was about starting with a neighborhood. Why? Because the future of our city comes down to our neighborhoods. When I look out today, I see Bethlehem. People of all ages coming together with that common idea about what our city is and what our city can be. I see my good friend Jack Burke, who was the principal right down the street at William Penn Elementary School for so many years. And I see my lifelong friend Bobby McLaren, who lives across the street with his young family. And I hear you welcomed another addition to the family, young Tommy McLaren, our newest addition to the neighborhood. So tell all of us we said hi. When I look out today, I couldn't be more appreciative and thankful for the support I receive. I have my parents here who are truly an inspiration to me and the two best role models anybody could ever ask for. I also see all of you. And I see my neighbors who give so much to this community and make Bethlehem unique in the place that it is. This isn't about winning an election. It's about winning our neighborhoods. And this is going to be about ideas, and more than anything else, it's going to be about the future of our city. So once again, I want to say thank you for coming out today. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything that you do. Let's go knock on some doors and win this thing. Thanks a lot, and God bless.